evening, everybody, and welcome back once again to Rogues Gallery Live. Welcome back, everybody. And like I said, this is Rogues Gallery Live. This is episode number 132. And this is what I'm calling the show with no agenda. This is absolutely no agenda show tonight. So originally we were going to skip tonight. Obviously, it was not our regular Rogues night. And we were going to go next week, but next week is the holiday. And so we have a lot of, I'm sure, family visiting or, people traveling and things like that. So there's going to be no show next week. And so we talked and we're like, well, we'll just do the show in a couple weeks. And then Dan pops in today, like, are we doing a show? I'm like, why not? Let's just go ahead and do it anyway. It probably won't be as long of a show as our normal shows. We don't have as many photos to look at, but we thought, what the heck? Let's just come out and hang together. We don't always get to do that. We usually have some sort of topic or agenda. Or like last week, we had a special guest in Chad Colbank from Tweeterhead. So it's just going to be us hanging out with you guys tonight. So anyway, I want to welcome from Wayne Manor, Rocket City, Mr. Dan Default in the house.
Hey, you got that right this time. Ready to go?
I did.
Nice. Hey, everybody. Good to be here. Glad everybody could join us on short notice. Happy Wednesday.
Absolutely. Welcome to the show. We also have Mr. Jeff Morris. How's it going? Are we rocking a little Roosevelt shirt tonight again?
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. Always has the best shirts, no doubt about it. How have you been? We didn't get to see you last week for the show.
No, work's just been crazy, and then trying to un-Halloween and ready for Christmas.
Have you already put up? See, like we spent like all day or all evening last night putting up all the trees. We've got like 5 trees in the house now already decorated. We got all the we're Swedish, so we have tomties everywhere. These little elves everywhere. How about you guys? Has anybody already Christmased it up?
No, 3 trees.
Not yet.
I am. My tree is up.
Nice. So at least I'm not the only weirdo, right? Yeah.
Now the
more
across the street has already got 3 up and lit and had them going November 1st.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yep, absolutely. So the other weirdo, I'll just go ahead and introduce him, Mr. Eric B, or is it his wife you said? Is all from All Things Art. How's it going, Eric?
A little of both. Doing good. Yeah, everything's good.
It's awesome.
Forward to the upcoming holidays, and my birthday's Monday, I think. So yeah, a lot going on.
Happy birthday early. And I just talked about you in a recent video that I just filmed earlier today about my David Finch art, and so you were one of the people that helped inspire me to kind of do this new little mission that I'm on. So because of your incredible remarks that you got. So anyway, just want to give you a shout out for that.
Oh, thank you.
Also, last but not least, from Secret Sanctuary, we have Mr. Jeff Delaney in the house. How's it going, sir?
It's raining in California.
It's raining. Wow, that's great.
No one knows how to drive.
I was gonna say, yeah, but is it like, I don't know, how long does rain last in California? Does it last like hours or just like little rain shower and then it's done?
It very often is like that, but it's been raining for most of the day today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys have like mudslides and things like when that happens, since it's so infrequent?
Not in my area, but up in LA they do, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's not good. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, everybody stays safe out there, and hopefully you get a little bit of moisture absorb into the ground there. It's probably a good thing.
Yep, for sure.
Anyway, I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Again, thank you everybody for being here. I want to thank everybody that joined us the other night when we unboxed the Poison Ivy. That was a lot of fun. What did you guys think? Did you guys see the review today? Did you guys see what do we call her? We can't call what can we not call her? Well, we were talking about that earlier in our private chat. Like
Can I just, before we get into some really gray area with what we're going to call her, can we just talk about Chris? I was driving home. I had dropped my parents and my daughter and a boyfriend off at the airport, and I had a pretty lengthy ride home. So I put it on in the car, the show on in the car, and I was mostly listening to it. You know, like if you're only listening to something, you tend to hear things that you might not hear if you're watching, right? Yeah. All I know is I was holding my breath. I thought for sure you were breaking that statue live on you.
Yeah.
Oh, with all the
All
with
I
all
could
the blank
do is-
pauses.
clunking around and pauses.
Yeah, when you put the tree vine on, what
Yeah,
is that?
that.
The tree together, like the
That
branch.
that scared the crap out of me. So I'm like,
Yeah.
all I kept thinking is like, I'm just sitting here trying to get this thing in. There's 100 people or whatever watching, and I can't get the damn thing in. Like I cannot get it in. Like, and so I'm like, do I give up? Because like this is the major part of the statue. I thought, well, maybe it just isn't fitting. Like maybe it just is, because that happened with the Bane, where the Bane foot wouldn't go in. And I'm like, oh my God. So I kept at it.
Yep.
And then when I disappeared off camera for like 20 minutes, as I'm like trying to figure out the vine, I'm like, because there is a difference the way it laid. Like it lays different on the green one versus the again, whatever flesh color or whatever we're going to call her.
White girl.
Yeah. But it's so similar, but it's just the way I don't know, like the green version is just a looser vine. Like it's more pliable. Whereas the new one is really kind of stiff.
Yeah.
When I had mine, it wouldn't even go down the leg. It was just like shooting straight out. That's how bad it was. I had to heat it up with the hair dryer, and it was very pliable. I was able to wrap it around the leg.
Performance anxiety happens to the best of them. Oh, I love it. I love it.
This is why you've never seen a Secret Sanctuary live stream.
Oh my gosh, I tell you, it is. It's funny because people ask me all the time, like, do you get nervous? Like, and I really don't, like, because I've done it so long now. I just do it. But I haven't really had that kind of problem. I can't remember ever really where it's just things weren't working. And then of course, and then the stream ends. I don't know if you saw that part, because it was Fatal the Collector had the idea for me to use my phone to get a close-up as a second camera.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And so I did that, but then whenever I was trying to exit out of that second camera, I hit in stream. So then did you guys watch any of the subsequent live stream?
While I washed the dishes, I was entertained with your
I was editing video and listening to it off on the side.
So I did 3 more streams after that, but I just used YouTube. I didn't use StreamYard. And as soon as I logged in, it's in HD. It looks like 4K, wow. And it's the whole wide shot. So StreamYard here, it condenses the shot, whereas my camera is HD. It doesn't look like it right now, but on YouTube Live it did. But the limitations of YouTube Live is you can't have other people on the screen like this. You can't put up comments. And so it's disappointing because like I know what at least it could do because it looks really sharp. So, but anyway, yeah. And then it would freeze and just I wouldn't be able to recover. So we would go for 20 minutes and then it would just start Wheel of Doom.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. I think could happen to even all of us. Like it's going to use a higher bandwidth for the higher quality. It's going to freeze more.
Oh, so maybe that's what it is. But you would think like it would like roll over at some point. But it did not. So then I had to end the stream and start another stream just to like let people know what's going on. I just kept testing it out, but it has potential, and I loved how clear it was. So we'll see. We'll see how it is. I was looking up like it cost me. I think it's $240 a year for StreamYard to run this show every year. I think that's what it costs, but I think it's like 1,000 something for 1080p, which is something I would really like to get to, but I just feel like that's a lot. But yeah. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, did we ever come up with the idea of what we're going to call her officially? What did we say we can't call her?
Caucasian Ivy?
Yeah, Caucasian Ivy.
That's safe?
Yeah, I think it might be safe. I think. Well, anyway, what did you guys think of her? What did you think of her? I know Eric has the green. I think you said you still prefer the green.
Yeah, I was watching your comparison video. I mean, I like both of them, but
no spoilers. No spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what I could say.
Well, yeah, you can offer your opinion.
I don't know. You keep saying maybe it's a little bit of a spoiler. The other one pops. I feel like the green one pops more.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I feel like we're gonna have, just like everything else, we're gonna have a split audience on that one, because I feel like there's good things about both. Like I feel like the flesh color is more sultry, whereas the green is a little bit more devious looking. Like her hair is a little bit more wild. I just feel like that's definitely going to draw people in because she is an evil character in that book, whereas a lot of the modern takes on her is a little bit more of a good guy.
I mean, I wouldn't mind owning either one, but it wouldn't make me. I don't like the newer one that much more. Where I feel like I need to sell my green one in order to have it. I think they're both good. So, I mean, if somebody doesn't have one, I think whichever one you can find is a great option.
Kristen Logan says green is better. What about you guys? Do you have a preference?
I think I like the green better. We were kind of talking about this in our private chat yesterday, but I like her to have that kind of more than human or other than human appearance of the green skin.
Yeah.
Definitely stands out. How about you, Dan?
Yeah, I'm kind of more of the flesh colored Ivy, although I really do like them both. So I almost feel like I don't have a dog in the hunt, so to speak. I really do like them both. I think they both, the new one, the Caucasian one, I think is a prettier female portrait, just kind of, from an aesthetic standpoint to me personally, but that's a personal opinion, right?
You got a problem with green girls, Dan?
Captain Kirk, we love green girls. No, I mean, it just, I think the hair is definitely better again for me. And I think the portrait's just a little bit better, but it's marginal. I'd love to have the green one. I'd say the biggest surprise. Oh, never mind. No spoilers. Never mind. Sorry. That was really mean. Sorry guys. Sorry chat. That was really mean. But,
well, the test for me is always to show my family. Because my family has no dog, like you said, no dog in the fight. They could care less. And so I always show them like, what do you think of this? Like, and I of course I brought them down and I said, which one do you like better? And all of them said flesh.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
And it was just hands down without hesitation. So I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to hear what the community says. It's interesting to hear what, non-collectors say.
It's funny. I kind of expected the buzz, if you go back to when they first announced the new variant, it's like everybody seemed like they were all over it, like it was just going to be a runaway, defeat of the green Ivy. And it's nothing like that. It seems like it's very, very 50-50.
It is.
Yeah, I don't see one. It's like Batman. Like you have blue Batman, black Batman, or not
right.
Joke there, but
right.
Yeah, it's everybody has their preference one over the other.
Yep.
Money wasted collecting, just like you said. I thought I liked the skin tone more until you did the comparison video today, and then I liked the green more again. LOL. So it's interesting. Matt T says, I think the green hush is one, if not the best green ivies available. Lots of regular skin toned ivies out there. That's a good point. Definitely these days for sure. But anyway, it is interesting topic. And again, the members of the channel, thank you guys for being members, and you have early access to that video if you want to check it out. Otherwise, it'll probably be up sometime this weekend, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's just really neat to see them side by side. It's really interesting to see like they're identical really, but how they went about the paint application. It's really interesting, especially like with the tree, they added more green moss and it just, so it pops in a different way. But I don't know. They're both really cool. So that's what I got in. Anybody get anything new in this week?
No.
0 Year arrived about a half an hour ago.
Oh, you got it quick.
Yep.
Okay, so tell everybody like what was the deal with 0 Year, because that was a piece that always was on kind of the back burner, I think, for both of us actually.
Yep. Space wise, for me, it was a space thing. You had a very, very large base. And for that format, that size base, I only had so many opportunities for that size base in Wayne Manor North, right? So, and when you think about some of the statues that I had in there, I had the White Knight, had Batman Hush Batcave, the Harley Arkham City, already had a number of statues with large bases. And that were kind of occupying those spots. That was one that just unfortunately, which is a good word, Chris, got backburnered. But as soon as I, came into this space, that's one that moved immediately to the front burner as on my radar. So, yeah. And would it be all right with you if I give a shout out to the collector I did the deal with?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because I feel like, we talk a lot these days about scammers in the groups and trying to penetrate, collectors' wallets and all that kind of thing. So I think it's probably a good idea to shout out a collector. His name, if you see him in the chats, guys, or in Facebook, he goes by Angel Luna.
Yep.
Absolutely fantastic collector, fantastic person. I had seen Angel's name, and I think actually, had comment on posts and that kind of stuff, but never really, spoken to him directly. And he reached out. He had the EX version of 0 Year that I wanted. We struck a very, very reasonable deal. And he was right there, initiating a FaceTime and, really, really transparent, spent all the time that I wanted to spend. Just a great, great guy. Awesome transaction. We kind of, cemented the deal Sunday night, and by Monday around noontime, it was shipped. And I had, pictures at the UPS store, pictures of the label with the tracking information. I mean, he was just on it. So a huge, huge shout out to Angel Luna. I know that he's got other pieces for sale. So don't hesitate. Great collector.
So I want to get to that. Just want to give a shout out to Marcos at Collector Zone. How's it going, Marcos? He's saying hi. So anyway, I maybe yesterday, the day before, I filmed a video kind of on that very topic. I talked about scamming and just some things that you can do to ensure a purchase, because that's come up in the last couple of days in the groups. And so part of what we talked about last time is trying to be able to come up with maybe some sort of database where we can, write that guy's name down, write Angel's name down, and like that he could be number one in our list. It's like, and then we start compiling a list of good experiences where, collectors that are known in the community, or, there's always going to be new people coming in, and we don't know who you are, unfortunately. We don't know you yet, but there's a lot of names that are established that have been in the groups or here on YouTube or different places for many, many, many years and have had really positive experiences. And so that's something that's a new goal of mine. And I don't know how it's going to look yet, but I would still like it to do some sort of group list where we can compile people and feel good about it, or feel good about the transaction, and like what Dan just described of going through the process and feeling good and having enough time to feel good about it. So I'm really glad you had a good experience.
Yep.
That's wonderful.
And on the flip side of that coin, just as a side note, and just as yet another caution flag for everybody that's in the chat and seeing this, I didn't beat Jeff Delaney's record of the number of scammers that reached out to him on his ongoing quest for She-Hulk. But I did have 2 in the first day reach out to me directly. The first day that I posted that I wanted to buy 0 Year. So
double first names.
Yes.
Yep. That's been a big thing. Double first names. I've been getting like a ton of where somebody will just message me and just say hi.
Oh, I get a ton of those.
It's like, it drives me nuts. So I don't even click on them, but it's like, yeah, it's crazy. So there's a lot of that going on right now. And not just our group, I hear about it in tons of places.
Yep.
So,
yeah, I almost forgot. I had a transaction this weekend too, except I sold the statue. He's actually in the chat right now. Shout out to Ronaldo. Super nice guy.
Yeah, right there. It says, hi, Chris. Just want to say hello to you and the rest of the Rogues Gallery. Big shout out to Eric B. I finally got the Talon bonus exclusive from him. Super cool guy. I hope you enjoy the art prints. So first of all, I'm really sad that you sold Talon, but I'm really glad Ronaldo got it.
He used to be down there. I don't know. I as much as I love that piece, and trust me, like that was one of the statues that I really had to think like a really long time if I wanted to sell it or not. And I was like, it's just as much as I wanted it needed to be higher up, and I just couldn't do that. So,
yep.
So yeah, I'm pretty much locked in for Batsuit Joker.
Nice.
When that comes out. So yeah,
that's why I'm talking about proximity displays. So earlier today I brought up, like, can we have a proximity display? Is that a thing? Can we make that happen, Eric? So you can.
No, Chris, it was proximity cabinet.
Yeah, proximity cabinet. That's right.
Awesome. I literally spit my drink out.
I call them
Proximity.
pedestals.
Yeah, proximity cabinet.
That
Got
is-
to turn my light on. Proximity cabinet is what we were talking about. And so, do you? That's the question of the night. Do you have space for a proximity cabinet?
I do, and I've said it before. I can fit a lot of statues in this room if I wanted to. The problem is I don't really want to go overboard in this room.
Then you are not a true statue collector, Eric.
I have my couches in here. I have a lot of company and guests in here, and it scares me every time somebody comes over. And I have like most of my collections is locked up behind glass. So that's good, but the one or two that I do have out in the open, it scares me every time somebody comes over, and I'm always afraid something's going to break. So I don't know if I would set up too many proximity cabinets in this room. I'm thinking about it. We'll see.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah, that's
time will
always the
tell.
struggle because trying to fit, like I've never thought I would ever have 1/3 statues in these cabinets, and I was able to pull it off by collecting like crouched down poses, like where statues that are leaned over a little bit or sitting in chairs, and it seemed to work out. So I gotta now. The bottom shelf are my largest shelves, so I like to fill those up, with something big. I don't like putting like museum pieces down there. So
Are you
I gotta.
Are you
yeah.
still glad that you went 3rd scale?
Yeah. That I absolutely love. Yeah, like I said, I'm super happy that I was able to pull that off. And then maybe one day if I decide to change up my display cabinets, it'll be a different story. I won't have to worry about trying to fit things in a cube.
Yeah.
These shelves are locked in place. The shelves were reinforced and like pretty much bolted and epoxy welded into the cabinet, so I can't adjust my shelves. So it is what it is. It's locked in. So there's no changing the height of my shelves.
Well, I'm sorry you had to sell Talon, but I understand. I mean, sometimes you just have to make sacrifices for the vision. And obviously, you mentioned the Joker in the bat suit. That's actually one that I was kind of maybe on my chopping block potentially. But as many of you know, I did cancel this week. I canceled Vampirilla, which was a tough choice. And I think probably to these guys, it's probably no surprise because I think they know me pretty well that it probably wouldn't have been a piece that I would, keep, sorry, I don't know if did I just click that?
What's that?
I say I might have just, I didn't realize I clicked that. So I did cancel Vampirilla.
You sure liked her in San Diego.
What?
You sure liked that piece in San Diego.
I did. And I still do. Like, I still would love to have her, but I don't know. It's like, she's again going to be about $2,000 shipped. It just feels like a lot for a piece that I might end up selling.
Beauty ain't cheap.
No. And I just got a beautiful poison ivy statue yesterday.
That's true.
So I don't know. Do you guys think eventually I'll get her, or do you think I need to get it out of my mind?
What was the edition size on her?
Maybe 500.
5. That's a lot.
Let me.
Maybe she'll go on sale one day.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe she'll be on like Sideshow Seconds or something.
Well, that could be.
Let me just see if she comes up. Always spell her name wrong. Vampirella. All right, Vampirilla. The edition size on her is 500.
Decent size.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of
nowadays.
Yeah, it's a lot of Vampirillas. Thank you very much, Theodore. Theodore just said 500. So I did do that, and I also made one other change this week. So I did order Batman versus Killer Croc, and then I canceled Batman versus Killer Croc, and I ordered the bonus deluxe version of it.
You did?
I did. I did. After talking with you on on last week's show, I was like, I got to get that respirator.
Yep. And
just in case I like the croc head better, like the snapping head, but like there was the respirator that I'm like, screw it. What was it? $200 more or whatever it was.
Yep.
So I reached out to Prime One and I said, can you just switch me? And they said, we can't do that. Just give us just go and order the deluxe and then give us the order number that you ordered it, and we'll go in and cancel it and give your deposit back. So I got to tell you, the customer service from Prime One, I know a lot of times they get a bad rap, but man, they helped me out really fast within 24 hours. Obviously, whenever I emailed them is when they're sleeping. But yeah, they helped me out really quickly. So I tip my hat to their customer service. But I did get that piece. So the question is, Dan, when are you going to order that piece?
Live pre-order.
Yeah, live pre-order, no pressure.
No, it won't be a live pre-order tonight. I've got a lot of pre-orders on my. I just went in. I hadn't updated with the move and everything. I hadn't updated my my spreadsheet in a while, and holy cow, I have a lot of pre-orders.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I think the bigger question I'm going to get that piece. I really like that Batman Croc piece. I even have a good spot picked out for it. So that's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. The bigger question mark is the new bust, which I don't know when you want to talk about that, Chris, but that's
a big piece.
I mean, we could talk about it now. I mean, just because we'll look at photos, obviously, but yeah. I mean, that piece kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, I assumed that they were going to do a Batman. Obviously, we saw the Superman teased recently and shown not painted. And he looked pretty impressive. They obviously had tweaked him and made him look better. They had him right next to the Killing Joke Joker, which again was a phenomenal piece. Some people, was asking me about the quality, and the quality is really impressive. I mean, for a new company or a newish company, I thought that they did a really nice job with the Joker bust. It was just so big, like it's so tall, like it's such a big torso, and then he had the big tall base. And that's one issue that I maybe have with this Batman is I feel like the base is really, really tall. And then you have a really big Batman with a big giant cape. So this is going to be a monster piece, which in a room like this, I think it'd be fine. Or in a room like Dan's, I think it'd be fine. If you have your old room, I don't know if it would have worked.
No, definitely would not.
But
I kind of feel like it's funny. I have this weird, I mean, look, it's my favorite. That and the Court of Owls are my two favorite stories. It's kind of the question, having Batman, the Hush, the Batcave. I kind of like keep asking myself, do I really need that bust? I just don't know if I need it,
I don't know if you need it either. And somebody else said that, something similar. It's like, it's such a cool looking piece. I love that it's got the bats on it. But it's going to be a space hog.
Yep.
It's again going to be $2,000 shipped.
Yep.
And like for me, like it's everybody said like, oh, you could just put it like right where that Joker is, like front and center. It would look great, and I agree. But I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to put the movie pieces in if I do something like that.
Right.
And I don't think it would look good on the sides with next to the statue necessarily. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like if I was going to pick one, I would still pick the Killer Croc versus Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
The two that you're kind of weighing out.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely getting that. Just a matter of when.
That's one I would set up a proximity cabinet for. I really like that. I would. I'm not even joking.
That's right. Well, what did the rest of you guys think? Did you like the way it looked? Is it even something any of you would consider?
Yeah, the bust. I fell in love with the second I saw that image of it. Yeah, I think it's perfect. Like I told you guys, if I was ever to buy a bust, that would be the one. I think it's just perfect. It's like the style of Batman that I like to collect.
Does the color bother you at all? I know some people think it's too black, but I do think it's really like kind of like what Prime One's done with this Killer Croc piece. Is it's black and bluish, kind of both. Like it's got that kind of where it's black with the blue highlights. I think it'll still have that Hush feel. Does that bother any of you guys?
Not for me. And like I was telling you guys, when I read Hush, I assumed his suit was black anyway, and then any of the blue that I did see was just really heavy blue highlights. And I even went back and looked through the story, and most of the times his costume does look black. So I always thought of it as black anyway, so it doesn't bother me. I prefer it black.
Ryan says bust is too big with the bats. Base is busy. Also, Batman feels too muscular to me. Okay.
I kind of agree with the muscular thing.
Yeah, he's pretty
jacked.
Pretty jacked.
in a
It
bodybuilder
just
kind
seemed
of way.
overdone.
Do we have a picture we can look at?
Yeah.
Someone on Statue Forum said he looks like he's in one of those inflatable Halloween costumes.
Okay,
It was
let's do
just
that now.
big. Looked big.
Oh, it looks good to me.
I think there it looks good. I think it's the arm. It might be his like right arm.
Let me
Think it looks
let me give you the other photo. How about like that?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it looks so cool. I love that thing.
It's really cool. I mean, the base is neat the way that they did the back cave.
Yeah.
And I've got to give, was it Jeff Delaney, I think, that came up with the, like, why does he have giant dice?
Yeah.
And Jeff, do you want to explain that?
Oh, it goes back to, oh gosh, I don't want to confuse it with, we also talked about the giant penny.
Oh, yeah, yes, we did.
But no, there is a story that included giant dice, so it makes sense. It's just not anywhere near as well known as the giant penny or the dinosaur or any of the other things in the back cave.
And it looks like you could take them off very easily. They're just sitting there, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would assume.
Mhm.
Unless, I mean, they might have them glued on. I don't know. But, I mean, they're definitely front and center. You can see right there. I mean, they're right there.
But,
You know, the muscle comment could come from, I wonder if they just overdid the shading a little bit in the creases, you know, a little too harsh with how dark the creases are. But
Well, and here's another complaint, and I hate when statue companies do this. I hate the black backgrounds.
yeah,
Just give it to us in a. I mean, you could do those photos, that's fine, but then we need to have photos in a light situation, because I think oftentimes, like, I don't feel like XM statues look very good with those black backgrounds until we see them in a store or something. I'm like, whoa, then now they look great all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't feel like that kind of thing. It almost feels like what are you trying to hide? And I think a lot of times it's just an artsy choice to make it look mysterious and, you know, brooding maybe. But like, I feel like a lot of times collectors don't like that. They just don't feel like it's good enough until they see it, and then they see it at a convention and like, oh wait a minute, never mind, this is awesome. So I don't know.
is that one you're definitely getting, Chris?
I haven't decided. I mean, it's a maybe. It's a back burner maybe for me. There are 99.
We don't know the height yet. Do you think that would fit on the bottom shelves down there? Like, could you put like busts down there or no?
We know the height. We talked about it last night, me and you, Eric.
Do you remember what it is? I can measure
Uh,
right now.
Yeah, measure your cabinet and see.
Let's see.
I'm curious if they fit down there or not.
I want to say it was like 39 inches or something.
So that's not too bad. That's almost like a little bit over a 1/3 scale statue.
The bottom cabinets are 36.
Ooh, missed it.
Yeah, it was bigger than that.
Yeah, I feel like the base feels so tall to me. I don't know. I feel like they could maybe lower it one level, like where the stalactites are. I don't know. I do like it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it is 39 inches.
39. Jeez, that is tall.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like Jeff was saying, that cape shoots out, so you gotta consider the depth and the width and all that.
And the bouts as well.
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely going to be a wide piece. But anyway, it's up for pre-order. I know Todd at Spec has it right now. They say an ES of 99, but with the other one, like the Joker, I think it went up to 250.
No, the same thing. Yeah. It's 99 is for like the
Asian market,
one region,
right?
But they do another thing for the whole world. So yeah, expect it to be more 200 or 300 or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it'll be. So I don't think it'll sell out soon, because it is quite a bit pricier than I think Killing Joke was. I don't remember what the Superman goes for, or has it even gone up yet?
I think so. I think it did, but it's not that much more than wasn't Killing Joke 1,500?
I don't think so. I think it was like more like 12. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find a price point anywhere. I think it's probably sold out everywhere. Todd whenever it's sold out, he doesn't have the price on it anymore. Let's see. What's 3,000 Australian dollars. Let's see.
I don't know.
I guess Google.
So yeah, someone in the chat says that Superman was 1,500.
Okay, 15. So like, well, this store's selling it for 1,900.
Todd has it for just under 1,700, like 1,685 or something like that for Batman.
Okay. That's 17.55 euro to USD. So that, yeah, it puts it at 1,900. Yeah, everybody that has it right now in stock is selling it for 1,900. So crazy. Anyway, yeah, $5,000 here in Australia. Crazy. What else was there? I don't remember what we were talking about. Where were we going with that? Just Dan's possible pre-orders. Dan's possible pre-orders. That's right.
Dan's possible pre-orders. Yep.
All right. How many do you have, Dan?
How many?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Now you're making me wonder.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
That's a pretty good number.
That's a lot for me.
That's more than me, I think.
That's a lot.
Did you see in the chat that Matt cut half of his pre-orders today?
I did.
Yeah. I'm curious as to what Matt cut, or was he just pre-order happy and had a ton of them?
I wonder.
Yeah, let us know, Matt, like what you got rid of, because I know.
Chris, you're usually carrying about what, 20 pre-orders?
I've got 15.
You have 15?
Nope, I have 14 because I canceled Vampirilla, so I get to delete a row.
Very good.
I'm going to delete a row right now. So let's see if I delete a row. So I have right now, I've got about 13,000 in pre-orders.
But how many? So how many is that?
14.
Oh, 14, yeah.
Actually, it's going to be 13 because part of that amount was the Catwoman on Batpod, which I've sold.
Mm-hmm. I only had one pre-order with Sideshow, which is really strange for me. And then all of a sudden, Frankenstein appeared. And then when Frankenstein appeared, I decided to get Gillman. So that's 3 at Sideshow. And now with the new Red Sonja, it's 4.
It's crazy.
Did you pre-order the Red Sonja?
No, but I'm gonna.
Yeah. That's kind of me and Gillman. I'm like, okay, there's going to be another one added between that. So there's 2 more, that and Batman and Killer Croc. So it's kind of,
yeah.
Like, ugh.
I'm waiting on the Red Sonja because I think it'll still be in stock when it ships, and I'll be able to get my educator's discount.
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably worth it to wait then on that.
Yeah, I think it's going to have a big edition size.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be really good. Yeah, for sure.
So I went back, and so I just deleted another one. So I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 13. And well, actually it's 14 because I forgot to add Killer Croc on there. The maybe ones for me that I still haven't ordered yet are the Tactical Throne.
Yeah.
Or some of the Batman like Bale busts. I haven't done anything with those, but I don't know. You haven't ordered Tactical Throne. None of you ordered that one, right?
No.
Is it the price? Is that what is holding us back? I don't know what it is for me.
I don't need Batman sitting on a chair.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have anything really like that in your collection either.
I mean, I am a chair collector here, so
you are. Actually, you have a lot of like seated ones. You do.
He's quarter scale though.
Yeah, but yeah, like Delaney, you don't really have anything that's even anything like that.
If Sideshow put out a premium format of that recent Red Sonja art print, she's on Throne, I'd be all over that.
That'd be cool.
But for the most part, no, I'd rather something a little bit more dynamic.
So let me kind of transition a little bit to like a mini topic. And this is one I've talked to a little bit on the lives, but I don't know if I've really talked to you guys about it. And so to samurai or not to samurai?
Oh boy.
That is the question.
That is the question. So since we're talking about quarter scales, I still love quarter scales. I know Eric has transitioned from quarter scales to third. I still have space for quarter scales. That's what this back row was meant for. That's why I did the shelving like I did to be able to put those on there. Where my struggle is I've got all of these Sideshow premium formats down here. I've got, thousands of dollars worth of product down here on the floor, and I just don't feel like they really work there. And so I keep thinking, okay, well, maybe I just need to put my Sideshow stuff back on the back shelf, and that's just going to be it. And then whenever I get in quarter scales, like I don't even know if that Killer Croc versus Batman would fit on that back there. And so, the idea of a Batman tactical throne, like something like that would look good back there. Some of these larger Prime 1 pieces, I think would work really well back there, but I don't have room for all of it. I don't have room. And so my question has been like, okay, should it be the Samurai line that goes? Should that be the line that goes? That's a lot of money sitting back there. Hello.
Who's that?
Sorry about that, guys.
That's all right. Take it if you need to, Dan. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. So anyway,
Chris, do you still get as much enjoyment out of them, or have you lost that love and feeling?
I've lost the loving feeling a little bit since it's been in here. In the old room, I had them up higher, and you could just see. I mean, they were more prevalent in the collection. Like you really noticed them.
Mm-hmm.
But in here, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Samurai or the Sideshow?
Well, right now the Samurai, because they're the ones on that back shelf. Like I don't have as many of them. But I typically, I'm more usually into more of the comic book designs. So like the Sideshow ones, like I've got Penguin coming, and I've got Deathstroke coming, and I've got the other Poison Ivy coming. So I know that they're going to keep making them. I'm slowing down on the Samurai as it is. Like the Killer Croc one we didn't love. I have ordered the Riddler, which is something I could maybe cancel. But I know at the end of the day, like, where do you guys think? Do you guys think I would be stupid to sell, or do you think it's probably maybe time to move on and use that space for the Sideshow pieces and maybe the bigger Prime 1 pieces?
Yeah,
I don't think it's ever stupid to sell. I've done a lot of selling this year.
How have you done with it?
You mean emotionally?
Let's do a little therapy session for Mr. Delaney tonight. How are you feeling, Jeff?
Lay on the couch.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
You know what? It's a double-edged sword, because I do miss some pieces. I had that one shelf that had Mr. Freeze and Scarecrow and Ivy, and I only have Ivy left of those three. So I do miss those two pieces, but it has enabled me to continue to get in new pieces, some of which I like better than those, without making the room too crowded.
Yep.
Which is important to me.
That's right. What about the rest of you guys? How do you feel about that? Or what do you think I should do?
I think the Samurai collection is some of the best statues ever made. The details are really impressive for quarter scale. But with that said, same as like you just said, Chris, I have more of a connection to the more traditional costumes, and as good as they are, I rather have the traditional costumes, even if they're not as good. So I would keep the Sideshow and sell the Samurai. See, now the issue is, though, you sell the Samurai, I mean, you have a lot of them, so are you gonna be okay if you get like stuck with one or two that you can't sell?
That's another thing I'm worried about. Like because obviously I would sell Batman, I would sell Ivy probably pretty quick. But then am I going to be stuck with some of the other ones that maybe, that are expensive that people don't want? I've got Bane, I've got Penguin, I've got Harley. So I don't know. I don't know.
It's also kind of not a great time to be selling.
Yeah.
Well, that's also true.
Yeah.
I know it's work, but maybe you should move the Sideshow pieces over there and just see how you feel with them like gone and the Sideshow's there now.
One issue I had, and the reason why I moved them down there in the first place, is because I did that. Like I had the Sideshow pieces up there, and for the most part, they looked good. My issue was that I have the fan art Grundy, and
that's big.
He is massive in that. He barely fits. I mean, you can't even put like the swords, like the knives that are in his back. You can't even put that on him, unless I don't know, try to maneuver somewhere, but. I don't know. I do love that line, and I think it's how many do you still have, Dan? I mean, you still have a bunch.
I think I have 5. And I have to tell you, I think I had 9. I sold for slightly different reasons, though. I started selling because I felt like the samurai was those versions of the characters, that it was a little bit too overrepresented in my collection.
Mhm.
It just started to feel that way in the room, and I didn't want that. I mean, obviously, at the core, I like the traditional costumes, like Eric, best. But these other things are cool. The Gotham by Gaslight, that aesthetic is really cool. The steampunk thing, the samurai thing. There are these kind of, not Elseworld, but other aesthetics that are really fun and interesting. But I have to tell you, Chris, what I did is I went down to 5 that I knew I really loved, and I still really love them. I like having that little. I'm not getting I'm not getting any more samurai, but I like having the 5 that I have. I can tell you, I'm not motivated at all in my brain.
What are the 5?
I've got Batman, Deathstroke, Harley Quinn, Batgirl,
Ivy?
Bane?
and nope. Hold on, bear with me. Robin.
You don't have
Oh,
Bane anymore?
Yeah.
I don't have Bane. No, I sold Bane. Sold Ivy.
Oh, you did sell Ivy.
I did sell to Paula. Paula bought Ivy from me. What were the other ones? Joker,
Mm-hmm.
Nightwing. Yeah, those are the 4 that I sold. So I had 9, and I have 5 left.
I think my 5 would be Batman, Ivy, Joker, Bane, and Deathstroke. I think those are I think that would be my picks. But
it was hard to settle on which ones, because I love Bane. I love all the pieces I had. There's not one that I go, oh, crap. I wish I didn't have that. Probably the hardest one to sell was Ivy. That's a phenomenal piece.
yeah,
But I knew I had a couple more coming in, so different versions of her. So, but and Bane's tremendous piece. But
it is. Well, I think, the more I think about it, I just feel like for the space that I have, they probably do need to go. And so just if anybody is watching tonight, if you are interested in one of the samurai pieces that I have, please hit me up at thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com. Again, I have Penguin, Harley, Bane, Joker, Ivy, Deathstroke, Batman, and Scarecrow. So those are the ones that I have. If anybody is interested in any of those, hit me up and try to figure it out.
Or all in a giant Christmas package.
Oh yeah, somebody did. We talked about that the other day. Somebody was selling for, what was it?
$18,000.
Yeah, $18,000. So insane. So yeah, if anybody wants them all, I'm not going to charge you $18,000 for them. But yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. Paula says, for goodness sake, you just finished your room. How are you full already? So I'm not full necessarily. I mean, I kind of am in a way, but I only have a certain number of space for the quarter scales. My passion by far is third scale. It's never been more evident in this room. And I think, Dan, you'll probably feel the same when you get your stuff up.
Yeah.
Because whenever you have more room, the quarter scales are amazing. However, they have much less of an impact than the larger stuff does.
Well, I have one difference though.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's wrong.
And maybe it's just my setup. You
could be right. I know, but I don't think our setups will ultimately be all that different, right? But one area where I'm a little more committed, actually probably a lot more committed than you, is the art. So I fully intend my art will be up on the walls behind the statues. And, so having ways that I can minimize intrusion of statues being in front of the art is a good thing for me.
Right. Absolutely.
So it kind of, that for me is 100%. That's not even, that's not even in question for me.
Yeah. And that's something I'm still trying to figure out is the art situation and how it's going to go up. It would, again, we joke all the time about you flying in or CC flying in or somebody coming in. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm like, I need the help. I just don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I feel like I probably could make it happen, but obviously I don't have anything up on the walls yet other than the interior as you come in, because I still just don't know. I just don't want to make a bunch of mistakes.
It's overwhelming.
It is overwhelming.
This size. This is harder in a lot of ways than my last space.
Yeah, it's just, it's surprising because you would think it would just all come together really simply, but it's. No. I am really happy with the way I place statues. I feel like the statue placement is good overall, especially on this side. But I just don't know. I just don't know how I'm going to do the art, and I keep having art coming in, which is we were talking before the show. I've got a video coming up this week also, or next week, talking about kind of a dream project that I'm working on, and so that's a whole nother thing. Is like, where do all those go? So yeah, collector problems, right? Yeah, collector problems, which goes back to the original ones right here, right? The struggles of a statue collector. See, really, we're coming full circle. We're tying it all together. I don't know. So again, we have a couple people that vote maybe sell. Dan, did you ever say sell, not sell? What do you think?
I think you should probably. I'm not sure you should sell all of them. I have a feeling that the ones that will sell the fastest are the ones you will most.
Right.
I don't want to say regret, because you probably won't regret, but you'll feel badly about. I did think that same thing. I was like, well, maybe if I just kept 3, or it's like, I'd keep Batman, Ivy, and Deathstroke or something like that. It's like keep a couple of them, but then I still have that issue, like where, how do I separate them out and they still take up a whole block? I only have 4 blocks basically worth of space. Yeah. Back here. Yeah. If it's a major display challenge, then I would sell them, because that's not going to change.
Right.
Will always bug you.
Right. So. And again, my focus really going forward, obviously, is third scales. And somebody mentioned, let's see, where did they say that?
With Prime One doing these quarter scale, versus pieces, I feel like that's a cool area to start collecting. Like, I think if I ever get back into like doing quarter, it's going to be like those versus style pieces.
And that's why I think I really like them even more. What's drawing me to them is they are larger pieces that are going to look better in here.
Yeah.
Whereas just single character maybe doesn't necessarily.
Yep.
Kickback talks about how slow do you think they'll be pushing out 1/3 going forward? So I think for sure Prime 1's slowing down. I think we're still going to have pieces there. Again, they've been really touting their anime pieces and video game pieces and how DC doesn't sell, but their edition sizes and all that other stuff that they are selling are also really low. Like, they still are coming out with really low editions for even their really popular stuff. So I think that Prime 1 especially is going to slow down. I think Legendary Beast is wanting to go full steam. Obviously, they have their Superman up for pre-order. I was talking with Jay this week, and I know that they have, they're going to try to get going quick here. And then obviously this new tweeter headline, which again, I feel like fills a great deal of space with this third scale bust, which again, might not be for everybody. Some people love the idea, some people don't, but I just think I love the idea. I think most of us agreed that I think it's going to be fun to collect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so, yeah, I can't spoil this yet, but tomorrow you're going to want to watch. I'm doing a video about the Tweeter Head Superman bust, and there is a pretty awesome announcement on there. So you're going to want to watch that video tomorrow, guys, because they have a deal for you guys. So anyway, I think that there's going to be a lot of third scale stuff coming, but I think that there's also going to be some slow down, which is probably good, because I only have even with this giant space, I only have a limited amount of space. So I don't know. So that was a long-winded discussion about Samurai, but I do appreciate your feedback.
It's secretly a therapy group, Chris.
It's really, well, it needs to be. It does. Jeff Morris, did you ever weigh in on that? I don't remember if you said anything about it.
I don't know. if you're iffy about it, get rid of it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's a lot of money sitting on my back shelf.
Yeah. And I mean, you can get new stuff. There's always going to be new stuff.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep, for
Very
sure.
good.
And
Very good point.
And if it comes down to it, you've rebought before, you know.
Yep. Yep.
That would be something if you sold them and then bought them all back.
Well, it wouldn't be the first or last time that I've done that. Jiminy Christmas. Mike Helms, want to welcome you to the Brotherhood of the Bat. Thank you for becoming a member. And he says, oh man, I didn't realize that I wasn't subbed anymore. No crazy. No worries, Mike. Thank you for being here. Remember, this is supposed to be a relaxing hobby, Eric says. Yes, it is. Let's see. I love Dan's idea. Sell a few pieces you are okay with getting rid of. It'll put more focus on the ones you have. Absolutely. Dan's counting stuffing right now.
Uh-oh.
Did I freeze?
Ooh, maybe.
No.
No.
Nope, you're good.
Okay. Usually when somebody says "uh-oh," that's my cue. Like, oh crap. Julia says, "Hey Julia, says remember how you rebought the Arkham line? Just don't want you to regret it in the long run. I still say to keep a few, and I'm glad to see Dan say the same thing. Well, it's like great minds, right?
Great minds, Julia. That's right.
That's right. Leo says make room for Legendary Beast. I definitely am. I cannot
I'm trying.
wait. I know. Yeah, Jeff's trying. And have you found your freaking She-Hulk yet?
Yeah, really. Let's talk.
Come on, let's just dive right into that. I mean, where is your freaking She-Hulk?
I told you the guys the other day. I don't think this was a difficult to find statue until I decided to get it.
Crazy, right?
There were sales on eBay like last month, and there was stuff in like the BSC buy sell trade group, and now I can't find one at all. So somebody, it's in your garage, it's in the box. You're not using it anyway.
Yeah, you had this random competitor all of a sudden.
Yes, that's true, but there's nothing to compete over. There's no pieces out there.
Apparently,
there's 500 exclusives.
Wow.
So hopefully someone decides that they want to part with theirs. And
do you think it's just that there aren't very many of them out there? Do you think that's why? Like, it feels like everybody's selling everything right now. Like, I feel like you can pretty much find something.
That's what's weird.
Would you ever settle for the regular? Because there is one regular out there.
No, because the one regular out there is in-person pickup only, and it's on the other side of the country.
It's close to me though,
and it's way more than it should be.
Yeah,
I just can't believe you can't find it. Well, I mean, hopefully, I mean, again, our old school Thor Gunderson would always say from DCX, patience is everything. Just be patient.
Yeah, I waited for the Rebel Terminator and she arrived, and I waited for the Red Sonja at the right price, and I got her. So She-Hulk will eventually appear.
Well, I hope you're able to find it soon, because I know it's frustrating.
It'd be fun to have for Christmas.
Eric is asking us a question. Here's a question for all of you gentlemen. What would the one piece in your collection be that you would keep if you had to sell the rest of your collection? So you can only keep one statue and sell everything else. Mine's easy. Mine's Tech 1000. It used to be I would always say the Batman bust from Sideshow, because I just felt like it really captured the spirit of Batman. But if there was one that I was going to keep in my collection, it would, without a doubt, it'd be Tech 1000. Obviously, I think probably the Bat bike would be a close second, probably for me, because I love it, and I love that it's autographed. I just think that's awesome. Sean Murphy's just fantastic. But you want to go around the horn?
Yeah, Hush Bat Cave for me.
Nice.
Would be the one that I keep. Followed by the Bat Bike, and number 3 would be Tech 1000. I'm
surprised. I figured Tech would still be your number 1. I'm surprised that it's all the way down to 3.
Well, it is. I mean, the Hush Bat Cave for me is just all things I love about the hobby kind of wrapped up into one. So that's why it wins that top spot. Favorite artist, favorite story, just the statue itself, I think, is awesome. Whole bunch of reasons. the fact that I have that page tattooed on my arm,
Right.
it just seems like the right thing to do. So,
And when you buy the giant bust,
and man, see, we said this is therapy, Chris.
enabling. What's the old Maybelline commercial? How did that jingle go? We could just change it to enabling. That could be our new stain.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Maybe it's enabling.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
That jingle go.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, that's a good list. How about you, Jeff Morris? What would be your go-to statue if you could only keep one?
My half-scale Captain America.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
And the Batcave Hush would be next. I think. I don't know. I had people here around Halloween, and the Captain America was like the showstopper.
Wow.
We're like,
That's cool.
oh
Yeah.
my God.
It's a great piece. It's great.
The longer it's here, the smaller it seems to get.
Well,
So,
I think you were the very first one to say that when I got that Affleck bust, because I was overwhelmed by how massive it is. And it's even way bigger than this Joker back here. Like it was just massive. And that was the very first thing you said is like, give it some time and it'll feel smaller. And it did.
see, I think that Batman Hush bust looks way more intrusive than the Batfleck did.
Yeah.
That the
'Cause
Hush
that-
thing overwhelms me in the pictures. I'm like, that's the cape and all that, and I don't know.
It's big. How about you, Eric? Number one pick?
Yeah, it's tough because I'm really happy with everything I have right now, but it's obviously gonna be a Batman. And as much as people probably think I'm gonna say Batman Sanity, it's probably gonna be Tech 1000. I feel like I stare at Tech 1000 more than Batman Sanity.
Well, it
Although
has
Batman
a bigger
Sanity would be
presence.
like cheating a little bit because you get all the characters on that one. So
Yeah. They're both great though.
it's like multiple statues in one.
Yeah, they're both great. How about you, Jeff? Oh yeah. Let's zoom in on this guy right here. Boom,
There you
baby. Yeah.
Although I got to say, Spock and Kirk would be close second, third.
Oh wow, that's high praise.
Yeah, I love those pieces.
That's awesome. Well, that Hulk is going to be hard to beat for a long time coming, I think, in the Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Sanctuary, Mike says he's been looking for that She-Hulk.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
John says, as an influencer, Jeff shot himself in the foot by announcing his interest.
I did.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. No. Is there anything else you guys that's on? Oh, I knew one other thing I wanted to talk about just briefly. Big news tonight. Pedro Pascal officially is going to star as Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four movie for Marvel. I don't know if I would have really thought of him as that character. I feel like he's a little older. But what do you guys think of that? What do you think of the casting for this?
I like it. He's
I
a
like
good
him.
actor. Yeah, he's a good actor.
I like him, but damn it, he's in everything.
Yeah, right.
That was what I was thinking too. Is
I
like,
mean, it's like he's like that Spider-Man meme.
Kristen Logan says, "Oh God, no, Pedro."
I think he could do it. I don't know that I've ever seen him. I don't know. Has he ever been a character that would be similar to that? Because I see him as Reed Richards is very arrogant.
Well, what about he was that character in the Wonder Woman 84? Where he was kind of like that ish, kind of. I don't know. Some people in the chat seem to say odd choice, too old, kind of an odd, weird casting, but some people like it. And again, I love him.
I bet he's not I bet there's not much age difference between him and John Krasinski.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, probably not.
No, but John looks younger, I think.
Yeah. I don't think Krasinski or Emily Blunt are going anywhere near this.
Right, I agree.
I think that was everybody's wish, and I just don't think it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have already happened.
Yeah.
Freeze, chill. Strikes again. Sorry, everyone.
Mm.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I don't really see it, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys said whenever I was frozen, but did anybody bring up John Krasinski?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
I
like
don't
that
think
casting?
I was staying with Krasinski. I think Krasinski did Multiverse of Madness as a fluke.
Mm.
A
So this is-
one-time, one thing.
I kind of liked him though. I thought he was. I think.
Oh,
he,
everybody did. I think he was perfect.
yeah, I like the look. I like the look. I like him.
Hmm.
I don't know, but it's interesting. It'll be cool. Do you think? Obviously, with
Like-
Marvel,
Who would they cast for everybody else now? Because like, would they go do older actors now? Like,
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
right? And that's what that makes you wonder. And like a lot of it says Swan says Pascal is 48, Krasinski is 44.
Hmm.
I feel like the 44 would be more appropriate, I guess, at least in my eyes, the way I think of the character. But so obviously the Marvel movies have kind of been tanking. They haven't really done very well. And so there's all this talk about bringing back Captain America and Iron Man and some of these characters, even like they asked Scarlett Johansson about bringing Black Widow back. And it sounds like they are in some form or fashion. Do you guys think that that the Fantastic Four or bringing X-Men finally would restart that franchise, or do you think that they need to go back and make more Iron Man movies or make more Captain America movies, and that's the only thing that'll save it?
I'll tell you where I think they went off the rails. Nobody asked me, but I'm going to tell you. They should have recast Black Panther and recast Captain America. They should have recast Iron Man. They should have done like they've done James Bond for 50 years. They should have kept the character, changed the actor.
Do you mean like starting over though, or just keeping the exact same storyline?
No, just
going?
run the story. They should have gone into Jonathan Hickman's Avengers story, which would have went straight into Secret Wars.
Jonathan says he agrees with you. He says for real. What about the rest of you guys? Do you think that would have done well?
Yeah, I think I think I might have mentioned this before where, think about, they spent a dozen years, right, setting up that MCU, and the entire world fell in love with those characters, with those stories, with what they had done, how they had done it. And it was gone like a puff of smoke.
Boom.
And I think it was like pulling the rug out from under everything that
I think when
built.
Chadwick Boseman died, it threw them in a tailspin, and I think we can't recast this character. We're afraid to recast this character, but the character deserved better.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I don't want to see this kid be young Black Panther. I wanted to see Black Panther go on and lead the Avengers, and it would have been a natural storyline to get to Secret Wars. And now they brought Kang in, and nobody gives a shit.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And everybody talks about how great he is, and I'm like, is he? I don't know why he's there.
Yep.
Why? What's he doing? What's his big plan? Nobody knows.
Well,
And
again,
I am the biggest MCU fan. So if you're losing me, you've shit the bed.
yeah,
It's
right,
over.
right. Did you go see the Marvels?
Not yet. And the only reason I want to go see it, I want to see the cats.
Yeah. Yep. I know. It is in
I
that
saw
fan,
Those
in that
kittens
fan
chase
stuff right there.
aliens and eat them. I want to
Yeah.
see those kittens eat some people.
Yeah. I think, so many people in the chat are agreeing with you, Jeff. I think Staley says Jeff Moore is hilarious. I love it. You definitely got us laughing tonight. I love it. But it is like Dan said, like, when it all just ended. I mean, Thanos
They
dies,
lost
Captain
them all at
America goes
once.
away, Iron Man dies, Black Widow dies, like Gamora dies. Like, it's just like, okay, well, that's the end of all that. Now you're trying to build it. What did they try to do? Bridge the gap with Ant-Man, which people don't really care about Ant-Man very
Let me
much.
tell you, Kang
Yeah.
should have killed Ant-Man at the end of that movie. That would have saved Quantum Mania.
Yeah.
There were no stakes. And I swear when I saw it, I thought, he's going to kill him. And it's going to, there's going to be some real stakes in this. But he slid out.
Yep. Yeah, there's no real, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like there's anything right now worth, like, what's bringing you to the next film? Like, what are we supposed to care about? I think Guardians, like Dylan says, Guardians I thought was good. But it's just, again, it's just, it's not really connected to anything at this point.
And then today there was that Madam Web today. And I'm like, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, I don't know. I saw Jim did a reaction to it. I don't even know what it is.
I'm guessing she's
like
Spider-Man adjacent.
Delaney, do you know anything about that character? You always seem to know the obscure comic characters, but I've never heard of her ever.
I don't really know her very well. All I know is what you see in the trailer, that something happens and she can see the near future. Some people, well, many people actually did not like that trailer today. Some said it was just terrible. I thought it looked a whole lot better than the Marvels.
Yeah, I don't think the Marvels looks very good.
I saw the Marvels.
Oh, you did? What did you think?
I felt like this Madam Web, there was something going on. The Marvels, I was not really sure, other than every time we use our powers, we're going to switch places.
There's that.
I kept waiting for Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis and Jodie Foster.
Yeah, it went for a lot of humor that did not land at all. I mean, not only did I not laugh, I don't think I grinned.
Oh my God.
Movie.
Yikes.
There's the thing.
And that's saying, I mean, aren't you pretty easy at movies? Like, I think all of us are we're pretty easy when it comes to movies.
Yeah.
But if you're saying that you didn't even like crack a smile or a grin, like that says a lot.
No, the popcorn was good, but and there's the thing that she does at the end of the film that negates the whole movie for me. She goes around that whole movie being cocky and I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And then someone at the end says, you should do this. And she's like, I've never done that before. Like all of a sudden she's this timid person. And if she had done that, millions would be saved and the movie would never have happened. And
is she like, everybody kind of hated her demeanor in the first film? Like, is she any more likable now, or is everybody still going to hate her?
I don't hate her. I never have. All that crap doesn't influence my opinion of either movie in any way. It's just not a very well-written movie. And the idea that Kevin Feige read that script and said, yeah, let's throw $200 million at that is bizarre to me. I don't know how he stumbled with that one at all.
And the big thing I'm guessing is true since it was everywhere is that the director was gone a big portion, the last of the movie, went to London to work on another movie.
During post-production, apparently. Yeah.
That's interesting. Swan Shadow says, I love the Marvels. I've seen it twice already and thoroughly enjoyed it both times.
That's great. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
I want to see it, but no, there has not been one of them. None of them. After you see it, do you feel like you have to? Because there has been no connectivity to any of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Michael is saying, didn't Marvel start as a Disney Plus series and it turned into a movie? I don't think so. I think there was the Captain Marvel movie. There was the Eternals. Maybe that's what you're thinking of. Maybe I'm not
Blue
sure.
There
Beetle
was
was like
Ms.
that.
Marvel.
Blue Beetle was like that.
I still haven't seen that movie.
I haven't either.
Me
I
neither.
didn't like that.
Blue Beetle was
watched
going to be a Paramount Plus or whatever series, and they decided to put it out as a movie instead.
Rick
Oh,
says,
HBO Max. HBO Max.
okay. Rick says, I'll stick with my Top Gun Maverick. That was a good film.
That was a good film.
I think we can all agree that was a good
Yep.
film. Yeah.
I
But yeah,
saw it.
it's going to be interesting over the next couple of years because I feel like Jeff, you're saying movies shit in the bed. I feel like there's so many that are right now, and no one's going to the theater. No one's watching movies very much. Even when you do go, like at least in my town, you go and there's 3 people in the theater, if that many.
There's good
Well,
movies if
it's
you
just, they
look
just
for 'em.
don't try.
There are.
You know what?
You
There's,
know.
there's a movie coming out tomorrow night called Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
He's like got a pilgrim mask or something,
yeah.
right?
It's a slasher film,
Yeah.
and it's getting good reviews.
Really?
So we're going tomorrow night. me and my
Nice. There you
son.
go. You got to bring William?
So there's good movies if you look for them. I mean, the Scorsese movie out right now is supposed to be fantastic.
I want to see that.
I might even go see the Hunger Games prequel this weekend. It's not getting incredible reviews, but most reviews are saying it's better than the other 3 movies.
Wow.
Or was it 4 movies? I can't remember.
I liked those movies. I thought they were pretty good too. I liked the art direction of them.
Yeah, I think it was 4.
Yeah, I think there's good movies if you look for them, but with the Marvels, you can really tell from the trailer. If you like that trailer, you're going to like that movie. If you think the movie's any better than the trailer, it's not.
I'm asking the wrong question to the wrong group of people, but are we superheroed out?
I'm not.
No.
I know not you, but I'm
No.
talking about like just the general public. Like, do you feel like everybody's just over it at this point? Like,
How do you feel about Aquaman coming out in December?
Oh,
you could care less.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
no interest whatsoever.
I
Well,
could
that
care
was
less.
$1 billion movie, the first one, because a lot of women went to see it. And I wonder if the luster is gone from Jason Momoa at this point.
It could be.
Well, that's
Obviously,
another one. I mean, the trailer is kind of, there's a lot of stuff going on in it. And I feel like, I don't know.
Michael says,
I don't
tired
like
of
the
bad
fact that he
scripts.
was like a house husband now with his uniform hanging on the clothesline.
Yeah.
I don't need to see that.
No.
That's
No.
not selling me.
And that end credit scene, when whatever movie it was, where he's falling down in the puddles,
Yeah.
was just
That was-
ridiculous.
Was that the Flash?
stupid.
That was the Flash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a stupid end credit
Stupid.
scene. It made me it made me angry, to be honest. It's like, really? You can't do better than that?
Yeah, it just feels like Hollywood. Well, obviously with the strike and everything, but it felt like just Hollywood gave up. Like it's just bad writing. We could care less. Again, like I still don't understand. Like take a Batman like film. Like why can't you just do all of the Arkham cutscenes? Like those are all great. Just make a movie like that.
You know?
But
Yeah,
for whatever
exactly.
reason, they have to change everything. They have to change the backstory. They have to change the look of the costumes. They have to change
I don't
the
know.
characters or their back. I mean, it's enough already. Just give us. I mean, there's a century worth of great storytelling that's already there in terms of comics. Just
Yeah.
freaking repeat it. You don't have to create
And-
something brand new.
Yeah.
I've seen so many YouTube things where all these people are like, how do we bring in Dr. Doom? Well, how are we going to, I'm like, a portal snaps open, he walks in through the thing and snaps Kang's neck, and Doom is there.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's done 1,000,000 times. And
Yeah.
he's here. And that throws everybody into he's the villain now. They can
Apparently-
fix this.
Apparently, they're moving away from Kang.
Well, is that because of the actor?
That's one of the reasons, but also
I think
because
that's one of them.
Ant-Man did not perform well.
Yeah.
And that was the big movie for him. You had to have seen Ant-Man to know who the character is for whatever the next movie is going to be. And so people didn't go. So yeah, there's a couple of different reasons, but yeah, one is that the guy could go to jail. I mean, who knows?
Oh, and he was featured so heavily through Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, but they're saying with Loki, I haven't watched Loki 2 yet, but they're saying if they ended Kang with Loki, that would be a good ending for that character. That's what I read.
Well, then, in Ant-Man, there was a stadium full.
And to me, that was just...
It was too
I
soon.
hated that.
It was too soon.
Yeah.
There was nobody had any idea why it should be so frightening that there's a stadium full of this character that's supposed to be, universe ending.
Right. Even though ants killed him in that movie.
I liked
They
it.
should have killed Ant-Man.
All right, guys. Did somebody just mention Loki?
Yeah, Loki 2.
Okay. So we're going to do something fun. 189 of you watching right now. Do not go anywhere. Okay?
Oh. What's happening?
He'll be back.
It's time. It's time to give away a statue.
Oh,
Woo, it's time to give away a statue. We're going to do a little impromptu. We're having fun. We have no agenda tonight. We're just rocking and rolling, talking about stuff that we care about. And I hope you're having a great time. If you are, please hit the like button. And right now, that's right, I'm giving away President Loki from Iron Studios. Let's give this away. Okay, this is Iron Studios 1/10 scale. I'm paying for shipping. You guys don't even have to pay for shipping. If you win it, you get it. Okay, so President Loki right there. That's what you get. Thanks for anybody that watched the review. This is Tom Hiddleston, of course. And so here is how you win, okay? All you have to do is you have to, in the comments, I want you to do hashtag Loki, L-O-K-I, hashtag Loki. All right, hashtag Loki, and we're going to give this guy away. So I've got the giveaway tool going. So here we go. Hashtag Loki. Let's see if we have any entries. We got 10 entries so far. 194 people watching. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm giving this away just for the heck of it. Hashtag Loki is what you need to type in. Hashtag L-O-K-I, all lowercase. Hashtag Loki. L-O-K-I. Got 34 entries. 197 people watching. I don't know, how many likes do we got? Can you guys tell how many likes we got?
Is it almost 200 maybe?
Someone said 65.
65 likes?
Yeah,
oh, no. We got to get those likes up, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. What party did he run for? I don't know. He was just president. I don't know. President of what? I don't remember.
I didn't watch it.
That was the first season. All right. 78 likes is what Thomas Theodore says 80.
79.
All right. Keep them going, guys. Can the Rogues enter? Sure. Yep. The Rogues can enter. Everybody's able. We got 49 entries. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. That really does help us out tremendously. I hope you're having a great time tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us. We can't thank you enough for continuing to support the show.
Does it matter if it's a capital L or a lowercase L?
I did it all lowercase, so I think it has to be hashtag Loki, L-O-K-I, lowercase.
All right, everybody, do it all over now.
And it doesn't. Daniel says up to 102 likes. That's great. Thank you guys.
A lot of capital L's, I see.
And it doesn't matter if you do it more than once. It just takes you one time. So just do it one time. Hashtag Loki lowercase. So like Superman, you just did a capital L. So don't do that. You will not win.
There's a lot of them.
Borg Cube 1 of 2. You will not win. Lowercase L-O-K-I. There we go. Now Borg Cube's got it. We got 60 entries. I'll give it just a little bit more time.
So has anybody watched Loki 2?
I have not.
I have.
What
Did
did
you like
you
it?
watch the whole season?
I thought it was very well done the way they did it. It's very clever. But yeah.
Better than
that
season 1?
version of Kang was it better? I thought it was tighter.
Okay, that's good.
It's all strung together.
Justin said it
I
ended.
love the alligator with the.
Stanley, you only have to enter once. It doesn't matter if you do it many times. It's just going to take your name once. A lot of people are saying that season 2 is amazing, better than the current movies. Justin Racklin said it ended phenomenally. Chris and Logan says they heard it was a little woke. Did you feel like it was a little woke?
No comment.
No. Okay. No comment. Okay. Yeah, that is one that I really want to see. I just haven't had any time to watch it, but I've heard positive things. I'm glad you liked it, Jeff. Well, Stanley
What you
says.
chewing on, Eric?
What's that?
What you chewing on?
Pretzels. I don't know if you guys can hear them.
Hey, what's your pretzel of choice? Ooh, those are good.
I like the hard, big pretzels. Like
Yeah, the big hard ones. Those are
Those
good.
are good. Yeah.
Yeah, those are good. What's for dinner tonight, Jeff Delaney?
Soup.
soup.
All right, soup sounds good. This okay. So
That's all I know.
You know what happened? Jeff mentioned popcorn before, and it made me want to start snacking on pretzels.
we have a professional popcorn machine, like one of the big ones, in the next room over here. I'm just really tempted to go get some popcorn. While people are finalizing their entries, and again,
I agree, Julia. Goosebumps. If y'all have not watched Goosebumps on Disney, that's fun.
Can you see these, Jeff? I found these in my car.
That's 466.
467.
467.
That's
I
pretty
bought that
impressive.
off a spinner rack at 7-Eleven when I was probably 11 or 12 years old.
That's awesome. I bought these. Do you ever go into a comic book shop and you look around and you don't really find anything, but you feel like you should buy something, so you just go buy something just to be nice?
No,
You ever do
I
that?
don't do
Okay,
that.
that's the kind of guy I am. So like I do that. I'm like I feel bad. Like I know a lot of stores are struggling, so I'm like, well, I'll buy a book. So I bought this one, and like it's literally been in my car between the car seats for a year. My kids were cleaning out the car, and I also got this one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Isn't that a great Neil Adams cover?
That's good Neil Adams right there.
Love that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Cannot speak. I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but
Read them.
yeah, maybe I should just open them up and read them. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Okay, I'm going to give you guys one more second. We got 69 entries, and there's 186 people watching. Some of you might not want the Loki, but again, giving it away. Hashtag Loki lowercase. Going to give you about 10 more seconds. And if you win, if you are the winner and you want it, let me know. Hit me up at thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com with your address and your YouTube name that you won, and I'll get this shipped out to you. Thank you guys. Again, this is just a little thanks for all that you guys do for your viewership and just being so kind here on the channel. Always keeping it positive. Thank you guys.
Eric, what's your dog's name?
Poison Ivy.
Nice.
That's awesome.
We just call her Ivy. So I have Ivy and Harley.
Now that's not fair, because like I have 2 dogs and I wanted to name my dogs Batman characters, and I got the big veto. So how did you pull that off?
So you know what's funny is so my other dog, so this is a Papillon. My other dog is a long hair Chihuahua, and my wife wanted a black and white Chihuahua. So I went crazy, like checking all the pet stores. I couldn't find, black and white. The most common color is usually like a brown color for a Chihuahua. So I finally found one at a pet store, and it was a black and white Chihuahua, and the dog's name was Batgirl because it had really big ears on
That's
it.
awesome.
That's the whatever you would call it, the name of the dog when it was born, and then we eventually changed it to Harley. But I thought it was just pretty interesting, like coincidental. Like what's the it's like the chance of that happening? Like I finally find the black and white dog, and it happens to be called Batgirl.
That's really cool. That's awesome. Okay, guys, let's do the drawing. Here we go.
I think she's sleeping.
Share screen. Let me get rid of some of that there. Entire screen. All right. Do you guys see the hashtag Loki?
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. Let's do it. Here we go. Statue Doctor got it.
Statue Doctor, congrats.
Statue Doctor. And so I'm going to do a backup just in case Statue Doctor does not want it for any reason. I'm just going to do a drawing for second place just in case. So here we go.
So Jeff Morris.
I did too. Saw Paula, Fred, Matt T. Knight. Just Knight. All right. So that's the backup. Okay. Just Knight. There it is. Okay. So congratulations. I don't know if Statue Doctor is still here. Statue Doctor, if you are here, let us know if you want it. Again, hit me up at thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com with your address. I do not see your name yet. So we'll see. Hopefully he'll respond.
Knight is still here.
Knight is still here. So again, Knight, you're my backup just in case. So Knight, why don't you go ahead and send me your address too, just in case? Oh,
there's
Statue
Statue
Doctor. Boom, there he is.
There he is.
Okay,
Woo!
just send me your address, Statue Doctor, and we'll get that sent out to you if you'd like it. Thank you again, everybody that participated in that. So you guys ready to look at our 60 photos that we have?
Yeah, I need
We don't
my
have a lot.
soup.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of photos tonight, but let's show you what we got.
Is that market?
All right, Rogues Gallery. Whoa. All right, we'll start with this. We already kind of looked at this earlier. This is the Batman bust. We can look at it a little bit bigger here, a little tighter. Again, you can really see the blue there on his fist and his head. So there is blue highlights, but it is pretty dark too.
I'm not super crazy about the mouth area.
Do you feel like it's just lack of detail, or what do you think it is?
I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Dan, do you feel like it's Jim Lee?
It's Jim Lee-esque.
Yeah, esque. I would say esque.
I would say that I agree with Jeff's question marks around below the nose. I don't know why the artists or the sculptors, I'm not sure who would be accountable. I don't understand why they like to go super wide with the mouth like that. It just looks strange.
Mhm.
Like there's no upper lip.
Right.
And it just looks a mile wide.
It does. Now that you say that.
But it could be just a picture too, guys.
It
You know,
could
we've
be.
learned that, right? So
We sure have.
What do they say? The eye is always supposed to line up, I believe, with the mouth's supposed to line up with the eyes or something like that.
They do.
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm being nitpicky.
Well,
Yeah.
and of course, we have to remember it is a comic book.
Yeah,
You'll find
I mean,
reasons not to buy it.
So, but yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're like trying to justify not having to buy it. But you can see a lot of the blue tones on there. So I do think it'll look really good in person. I think it's awesome. I really
do
like
too.
it a lot.
Yeah, I love it.
It's really neat. They did comment that the dinosaur paint's going to be better. Like it's going to look better than this. They're going to retweak that. So they did mention that because people didn't like that.
Yeah, I was surprised you said that because then I was like, well, the penny paint needs to be better because the penny's the wrong color.
Yeah, the penny needs to be copper
Yep,
instead of silver.
It looks like a dime.
it does.
It really does. Yeah, so it needs to be a different color. So maybe they'll, the great thing about Limit Studio is they do listen to feedback and they do tweak things.
I have to give them credit for one thing. What was the year on the penny?
Oh, did they have the wrong year?
No, this is a good thing.
47.
First appearance of the giant penny in the Batcave was 1947 in World's Finest Comics number 30.
That's cool.
Wow.
They did the research. I mean, just like you said with the dice, like they did their research for sure.
Yeah.
Because that's a more of an obscure reference.
Do you think they should make the question mark green or leave it red?
I would like it green.
Green.
Oh, that seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, I don't know why they did it red. I think maybe just aesthetic with the dice being red. I don't know, but
Do they ever show what color the dice are? 'Cause I know nothing about those.
in
I'm
the
not
comics,
sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about the question mark either, to be honest.
I mean, there might be a reason why it's red. I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think it's a really cool piece. Speaking of cool pieces, just included some photos of my new Ivy. She's gorgeous. Congratulations to anybody that gets her. Again, I've got my green one still for sale if anybody's interested.
So
apparently, I'm like mad. I'm getting rid of half my collection apparently tonight.
So then you've decided you want this one.
I still have the green for sale. Like I feel like
This is a spoiler.
This is the shiny new thing.
It is the shiny new thing.
And it might be something that I regret in the future. I don't know. I feel like this is the Ivy that I like more.
You know, I've always known this was a big piece, but when you were struggling to get that big branch on, I was shocked how big that thing was.
Yeah,
it is massive.
Yeah.
It really is.
You know what would look cool? It just occurred to me as we talk about, green skin versus, flesh colored. It would be kind of cool if she had hints of green in her skin, like it was coursing through her veins. You know what I mean? Like it was just
that could be cool.
Areas, something like that.
Yep,
Yeah.
that could have been neat.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Well, anyway, congratulations to everybody getting that. That is shipping now. This is a new piece that we saw tease. This is the first reveal though from Pure Arts. This is a 1/8 scale, which I think is odd. It's an odd choice for them. Maybe that's just the license they could get.
Yeah.
But I think it's still a cool looking piece. I mean, it might not be for everybody's cup of tea, but it is something a little different. The cape's interesting for sure.
Is he standing over a grate in the sidewalk and it's blowing up his skirt?
That's right. What do you think? What do you think of the sculpt though? Like, I feel like it's pretty decent. It kind of reminds me of maybe more like a Kotobukiya type of.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate it. So.
Jeff Morris.
What did he say? What did he do?
I didn't say anything. It was when he. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
Oh,
we're so nice here at the BS.
Oh, look at this! It's parachuting Superman.
That's right. So
what is that?
We have a lot of airflow going on.
We do.
A lot of airflow. I do like the Superman, like the overall aesthetic of the piece better than Batman. Jeff Morris, how do you feel about this cape?
I don't get it. Why is he hanging on to it? Well, I don't know.
There's a lot of airflow.
A lot of airflow.
Yeah, that's
Maybe they built a raft and they're doing the sail. So they're
Flying
trying to get across.
Have they set a price point on these yet?
I don't know.
They're PVC, so they should be fairly affordable. But
bigger or smaller than 1/10?
Bigger.
Bigger. Yep. Slightly. Yeah, not a ton. And I've been
not 1/6 big.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Right. I've been really impressed with Pure Arts, like with the Batman cowl that I got. I think it's really great quality, and so I think there's probably a market for these, especially if you're like a Kotobukiya collector or a Diamond Select, that sort of thing. But I'm excited that they're doing something new. I mean, it might not be our cup of tea, but I think it's cool that they're doing something a little different.
Yeah,
again,
I mean,
a lot of airflow.
Yeah, it's fun to look at. It looks interesting.
Yeah, something different.
I don't know if I like it like with the way that the shoulders just go straight up like that, but I don't mind like the flow in the cape, but it does look weird at the way it just comes off the shoulders.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It's very windy.
Yeah.
Very windy.
Maybe the Flash just ran by.
It might have.
Or
maybe Superman had too many burritos here.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said he farted.
Yeah, I farted. All right, let's move on to another reveal and kind of a controversial release here. This is sculpted by Daniel Bell. This is the full reveal of the Green Lantern. Some people feel like the legs are too long. I showed this one again. I showed the photo of this to my family, and they all felt like it was just his suit that made his legs look long. What do you guys think? Like, do you guys? I mean, I feel like if anybody knows anatomy, it's Daniel Bell.
Yeah, it's like going back to when everybody said the arms were too long on the Flash.
Yeah.
I agree with your family, Chris. It's the suit. The fact that the pelvis and hip area of the suit is the same as the legs and not the rest of the torso.
Right.
I think that's what throws it off. Because other than that, it looks pretty accurate to me.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's kind of arched.
Yeah, that's a good point too, Jeff.
That it's just his midsection is closer to the camera because
like the abs.
He's curved.
He does look a little arched. I mean, and we haven't seen any other pictures other than this one. Is this two different portraits here, do you think?
I've seen some complaints about the portraits. I just think it's the angle of how he's looking, because he's looking so straight up, and it's probably just a weird camera angle to take a picture of.
Yeah, it could be. I think this is neat. I mean, like I still feel like the Prime One piece is the better of the two if you're comparing like poses and things. 100%. But I do think this one looks cool.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm not sure how it's going to look displayed.
That
no, you certainly can't. Though. Yeah, you certainly can't see his face. I mean, that's a little different for sure. But I do like the pose.
One person said he looks like me.
It is Jeff Delaney. They finally sculpted one.
I gotta buy it.
That's right.
You gotta buy it. That's
right. Now you gotta buy it. This is a shot from Prime One Studios in Blitzway that apparently look at all these Batman. Look at all that.
That's a lot of Batman.
That's a lot of Blitzway. That's the Batman Robert Pattinson. One of those are coming to me, and one of those are coming to Dan.
Yep.
So
I canceled mine.
I know you did. Do you regret it at all?
It's that sad one right there that realizes it's just been canceled.
Yeah. I have no home to go to.
A little bit, but my 1/3 are going to be LBS, which are comic based. So it didn't really make sense to have a 1/3 the Batman.
That's true. You're right. And it does sound like they are not going to do any other characters.
Okay.
So I think this is it for them, at least for this original movie, at least.
But I thought the portraits came out great and everything.
Yes, it did. This is a photo, and I teased the guys earlier, and you guys, everybody else watching is gonna have to wait for the video. But this is a new little passion project of mine. What do you guys think of this David Finch commission?
It's awesome.
Awesome as always.
Finch is amazing. I love this thing.
Yep.
So cool. And again, thank you to Eric for the inspiration.
Came from Billy. Thank Billy.
I'll thank you both. Thank you, Billy, as well. Got a couple shots of Superman again. Big announcement tomorrow for anybody that watches the show tomorrow, the Superman video. So definitely check that video out tomorrow.
What time?
It's going to go up probably 8 a.m. my time. So 5 a.m. your time. Or what? 6? No.
6. Yeah.
6 your time. Yeah, 6 your time.
All right.
So stay tuned.
Chris, the opportunity that you're teasing, is that time sensitive? In other words, people should watch it earlier than later, or does it matter?
I don't think it matters. It's just basically information for those of you that are going to order.
Okay.
Because if it's 6 o'clock my time, that means it's 9 o'clock Eric's time, which is the time when it goes up for pre-order.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not necessarily time sensitive, but it might influence some people to buy it.
Are any of the
and I'll tell you guys after the show.
Any of the rogues ordering this?
I will.
I'll be ordering the Batman ones though.
I'll be ordering the Batman ones. I don't know. I do love this. I don't know if I just don't know where it would go. I've always contemplated that Hush Superman, but I still have, I mean, it says a lot that I still haven't ever ordered it. So
They're
I don't
only
know.
making
I do love it.
350 is all they're making.
Yeah, 350. I'll talk to you guys about that after the show too. But yeah, 350 ES on this, guys, and I think at least I'm hoping these go quick. I hope these do really well. And as I say in the video tomorrow, if this sells, we have to. If you guys like the idea of them doing an extensive line of these busts at that kind of price point, we have to support this Superman. This is going to tell Chad if he can go forward or not. And so, if he sells 5 of these, that's not a good sign. So I think the community has to come together. If you're interested in this and you love this thing and want to spend $300, I think that's one hell of an amazing price point for a third scale bust like this. I think we're all in agreement. And again, busts might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I do want to see this line succeed because I want my Mr. Freeze and Clayface and Ra's al Ghul and Talia al Ghul. I want those characters made, and Chad wants to do them for you guys, believe me. But he's got to sell some of these. And here's some of the ones I was talking about. Clayface, again, we talked about these last week. Clayface, Mr. Freeze.
That Mr. Freeze is going to sell.
Oh my God, how great is he?
Yeah, that's a great one.
It's so good. And Firestorm is another one they teased. So again, I know that they have a lot planned, but again, we have to support it. We have to support it. And that does go up for pre-order tomorrow. So again, that would be November 16th is when it goes up for pre-order. This is one I saw tonight, and I had no idea what a Mobius chair is. Do you guys have any idea what that is? It's like Tron.
Yeah, he gets like godlike power. That was like right after Endgame from New 52, I believe.
Interesting. Well, this is a new statue. I don't know the scale. I don't think it's quarter. Had you guys seen this at all?
It like that chair like hovers around in the air and stuff. He's like I don't know what you call it, but it flies around.
Well, there's the whole thing. Yeah, it looks like Tron to me.
I forget the whole story, but he gets like some like godlike powers, and it gets to his head, and he's like somewhat kind of evil, or just not evil, but he like wants to be in control and like take over and stuff.
Interesting.
So just like he is every other day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
The story was cool, but it looks silly. Yeah.
He's just Batman.
Who's making it?
This is a company called Principal GU.
Oh, wow. Never heard of them.
I have not either.
Distribution in Chinese mainland.
Chinese mainland, but it is a licensed piece, so I know there'll be retailers selling it.
Huh. Okay.
So anyway, I had not even heard of it, and I saw it tonight. I'm like, okay, I need photos. This one is from the World of Warcraft. This one went up for pre-order. I know Matt T was really excited about this one.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yes, absolutely
really
stunning.
is.
This is Infinity Studios, and in conjunction with Blizzard. But man, isn't she beautiful? Like just so good. The detail on her. Obviously, she's going to be silicone in the face elements, but I was just really impressed with just even the, just all the.
That's a full-size bust.
Yes, life-size bust.
That's
4,800.
Damn.
Wee.
Not cheap.
Wow.
I'm going to grow my eyebrows out like she does.
It's a good plan.
I like it. I think you could, out of all of us, I think you could probably pull it off the most.
Jeez.
Got a long
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Are those going to be hand-punched eyebrows?
I wonder how they get it to like, is that like hairsprayed, or like how do they get that to stay like that? I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder.
It's crazy.
Maybe there's like a steel rod or something in it. I don't know, but I mean the portrait's really nice. But yeah, I think this is a really cool piece, and obviously they're branching away from some of the comic book, movie pieces, or movie inspired, like the Batman and Wonder Woman and characters like that. So it'll be interesting to see what licenses they go with. Speaking of insane, okay, so this was teased by Aunt Adams, and I don't know if this is a shot from the video game or if this is actually the statue, but this is going to be 1/3.
Wow.
What?
Yes, this is going to be 1/3.
It's going to be a 5-foot wingspan.
Right. And we're complaining about that Batman bust.
I mean, I had the quarter scale Falcon from Iron Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing's wingspan, if I think about the wings, each wing relative to the size of the person or the character, these wings are bigger than that.
Mm.
And that thing's wingspan was 34 inches tip to tip.
Well, it's like Hawkman. Remember they did a 1/3 scale Hawkman?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But doesn't this look even bigger than that?
Oh, yeah.
Venom's huge.
Yeah, it's Venom.
To me, it does.
Wow.
I just cannot believe it. So
Is
anyway,
it
that's coming from PCS.
Wow.
Hey, look at this.
Hey, look at this.
This is from our good friend Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Have you opened it?
Dun, dun, dun. No, I haven't had time yet.
I have not ordered this. I'm like, do you have the Absolute?
Yeah.
And you still ordered it anyway?
I did, yeah.
Okay, I feel like I should do the same, but like I have the Absolute and I'm like, do I really need this? But it does look cool on a shelf.
Chris, do we need
It's a lot more stuff.
Do we
It is
need
more
any of this?
No, we don't need any of this, but damn it, we love
That
Hush.
could be the stupidest question that's ever been asked.
You are not wrong, Mr. Morris.
Isn't that the foundation of the programming?
It sure is.
You got to change the name. Now it's going to be called Stuff We Don't Need.
Stuff we don't need. Man, isn't that the truth? But yeah, congratulations. This one's about what, 90 some bucks on sale.
It's $93 on Amazon right now.
Okay, not bad.
It's the same as cheap trade paperbacks or whatever that other site is.
Yeah, right.
There's a couple of those.
Trade is 87.
87. So they've lowered.
Okay.
So this book has gone down because Amazon had it at 106. I bought it at 106 and they refunded.
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah, $14 actually.
That's
refunded
cool.
14.
Yeah, Amazon price matches. That happened to me a few times. I order like graphic novels. They really do like refund you the $1 or two if they owe it to you.
That's really neat. So anyway, that's shipping right now.
Yep.
I threw this in here. I've had a chance to meet Ariel Diaz a number of times. I don't know if you guys have.
No.
She's down in Texas a lot at the conventions, and she was in San Diego as well. But I feel like this is one of her best pieces of work I've seen. This is a new Harley cover. I thought I don't always love her her style, but I feel like this one's really good.
Yeah.
I agree.
So anyway, that's dropping on November 15th, which was today, I guess. So if you're a fan of Harley and like her work, what'd you say, Jeff?
Some place that I get emails from that had that today.
Yeah.
I like it.
It has an Alex Rossi look.
It kind of does. And she's not always that realistic. I feel like, I don't know. I like this style of hers. It's nice. This I thought was funny. I think this was a teaser from Ant.
No.
Olivia.
This
It
is
was Olivia. That's right. This was Olivia.
Project she's doing for Sideshow.
Yes. So the mystery
What
project.
is that?
That's some scary looking teeth.
I thought it was Mr. Potato Head.
She's got something in her teeth.
It looks like Miss Potato Head.
Yeah. This will be our next Halloween show.
Yep.
A couple of people guessed that it's Betty Page.
That's a good
It
guess.
could be. Is this hers also then, or this one?
This is the same one, yeah.
Yeah, same.
That's what I would guess from those shoes. And
Betty did have green eyes and black hair, so
But how great is that Olivia is continuing to sculpt?
yeah, it's great.
I think that's awesome.
I wish they would do. Did you guys see that print of Betty Page as Frankie Reborn?
I don't think so.
That was beautiful. I wish they would just do that.
Who did that?
Olivia.
Oh, she did it. Okay.
She did the print. Yeah.
That's awesome. This is a 1/10, I think, from PCS. This is a new Spider-Man lineup of 3 different versions of Spider-Man from the Gamerverse. I believe 1/10 is what they said.
That's fun.
That makes sense.
Did you guys see this trailer?
Yeah, it looks pretty fun.
So this is called DC's Merry Little Batman, and it's all about this is Batman. He's kind of retired, and this is Damian, and Damian wants to be a superhero, but Bruce says no, he's not ready yet. Well, then Bruce goes off on a mission and crashes in the Arctic somewhere, but it's really weird style, but it actually looks really fun and cute. And so it's called Merry Little Batman. It's going to be in December. But I thought it looked kind of fun.
Although watching the trailer, I felt like I watched the whole entire movie. Like
I know it does give you basically what it is. Yeah,
they show you a lot in the trailer.
It really
that
does.
Joker reminds me of Rain. You remember the Beatles?
Yeah. Oh, the old cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely a weird style, but I think it looks pretty cute. I threw in, I threw in a couple pictures of the Weta Joker. I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch the unboxing. The review's coming up this week or next week. Again, I got a lot of videos in the can. But I was really impressed with this one in person. I know, Dan, we saw it in New York.
It's definitely better in person. That's for sure.
It really is.
Yeah.
And so I want to give a shout out to Collector Zone for sending me this to review, and he is giving it away during the Batsy Awards. So that again will take place in January. So giving another statue away, but I think it's awesome. I think it turned out really great. And if you're a fan of quarter scale, especially if you have like the Nightmare Batman like Jeff does, pairs up really nice. Here's a little Hermione. This is a new piece they revealed at Iron Studios. If you're a Harry Potter collector, this is a 10th scale. So kind of fun. That's it. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of photos tonight.
Well, that's good because Jeff needed soup.
He does need soup.
I need soup.
The man needs soup.
Eric needs to refresh the pretzel.
That's right.
No,
I want to thank 188 people still watching 2 hours in. Thank you guys very, very much. Thank you, gentlemen, for hanging out. And again, this was our impromptu show, but it was kind of nice not to have a topic. What do you guys think?
it was very nice, actually. For a change.
Yeah, we just get to hang out and chat. And again, thank you everybody in the chat for, just for being here and keeping the chat alive. We really appreciate it. You guys all feel like family to us. And so, whether you're a regular or whether you're brand new to the channel, we really appreciate it. We would also really appreciate if you would subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. Please subscribe to Secret Sanctuary. Give him a lot of love over there. Also, you can check out the Secret Sanctuary Facebook group as well.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We have Eric B at All Things Art. Eric, do you have anything going on your channel right now that you could talk about?
I just put out a really cool Clone Trooper video today that I worked on. So that one was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. So definitely look for that. And again, it's really nice to have Jeff Morris back. I know Jeff's been busy, but it's not a show without him. And obviously, we had some really great laughs with you tonight as well. Everybody loved your commentary. So again, just thank you very much, everybody. And we'll see you back in 2 weeks. The Wednesday after Thanksgiving, we'll be back. So again, thanks everybody for watching. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the back cave. Good night, everybody.
Sounds good.
Happy
Good night, everyone.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, have a great Thanksgiving.
Be safe if you're traveling. Be safe. Bye-bye.